What's up, guys? In this video we're looking at Metadimensions. Metadimensions is highly talked about. They got a decent sized following. They're minting in 2 days, and there's a couple of things we really need to run over with this project. One of them being the insane mint price, 0.88 Ethereum. I definitely don't think that was a good decision of these guys. Too greedy a little bit, especially looking at where the market is at right now, but we'll talk about it in a second. They try to justify their mint price with the so-called amazing utilities that they have coming up. It's a project that is like metaverse real estate, digital real estate, and I think that it looks awesome. It's definitely an awesome, it has a lot of potential. The graphics on this project are one of the best that I've seen within the metaverse space so far, so there's definitely a lot to it. The team behind it, yeah, they get a little bit of shit over them just because they're very young. They look at these like young people, call them fuckboys. We'll look at the FUD that's going on in a second too, but there's just these young guys that are over promoting, which is obviously good on one hand because that's where they got their name from, but on the other hand it's kind of seeming like a scam almost, because you can't promise this much. They really do over promise a little bit, but if they can make it happen, and I do say it's like a 15 to 20 year plan, right? So if they can make it happen, it's going to be a massive project, and the overall look on it, the UI design, like the website itself, the trailers, everything looks amazing, right? So that definitely scores some points there. But at the same time, people are a little bit like, is this really something you're going to be able to do? And if it is going to be a 15 to 20 year plan, what's in it for investors right now? Why would somebody pay 0.88 Ethereum for a mint right now if it's only going to be delivered with certain utility tools and whatever in I don't know how many years time from now? So first things first, Metadimensions is minting in 2 days. I believe that their white list is closing in an hour from now, so probably when you're watching this video a little bit too late on that one, but it's not a big deal. I wouldn't have suggested to get on it anyway, to be honest. We gave out white lists in our Discord, so if you're not in our Discord yet, in Empower Club, join the Discord down in the description below. We gave out, I think it was 20 whitelist spots for this one, but you were able to get in if you had some of these keys, right? And it's part of the keys, the key economy system, let's say. Let's see here. You have the KEYS token official is going to be the KEYS Metaverse, and this is the actual project itself. This is there is a website from here. This is the website from the KEYS. This again looks awesome, right? The token, the market cap right now is 50 million, token price sitting at 5 cents for one token. And this is where they started out with already, the team behind it, and this is a couple of this like real estate shots. Again, it looks absolutely amazing. I think it looks awesome. Can we shift this? Can we not? Oh, we probably have to do this here. So this looks awesome, but then one of the parts of this project was the Metadimension, which is what we're looking at right now. So if you look at the KEYS roadmap, one of them being the Metaverse plus NFT, which is the Metadimensions, right? All right. So to be able to get onto the whitelist, you had to own these keys. So 1 million keys would get you the member. Again, this is something that's been talked about as a bad thing. If you were one of these guys and you were able to get the member role, you're able to mint 18 NFTs, 18 Metadimensions, which is way too much. You should never let one person mint this many. Why not? Is because the whole market is going to be controlled by these members, right? They're definitely going to dump on it. They're definitely going to dump it on secondary market. Who wouldn't? Why the hell would you hold 18 of these things? So they're definitely going to dump it, which first of all is not really healthy for the project. Second of all, it's going to bring the floor price down probably, right? And why would you get people to mint 18 if your mint price is 0.88? Because it should be something exclusive. This should be an exclusive price, so people should only be able to mint 1 or 2, right? All right, that aside, you had to hold 1 million key tokens. I would definitely never have recommended that. Million tokens on 5 cents, right? $50,000. Definitely don't do that. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Second, then you would be a whale. So these are the ones that we were able to give out. You didn't need to hold these 500,000 to 1 million keys. We were just able to give out the whitelist spots, right? Without holding these tokens. So With this, it is $25,000 to $50 that you have to put in at the current price, roughly. Which again, I would definitely never recommend. These guys are able to mint 8. So myself and all the guys in Discord, they're able to mint 8 of these. Am I really gonna mint 8? Well, I'm only gonna mint 8 if the floor price after it is like above the 1 Ethereum and there's a lot of volume and I can flip it. Why the hell would I wanna hold these? I do think there's potential here, right? I do think that these guys have, they're onto something. So I would be fine holding 1 or 2, but definitely not more than that. But again, only if I'm in it for free. So if I can flip these, make money so that I can hold 1 or 2 for free, then awesome, let it ride out and see what happens. I already earned my money back, no big deal, right? I wouldn't anymore because of the price, because of the couple of decisions that I've made, unfortunately, I wouldn't hold it anymore if I actually had to pay 0.88. So meaning, if mint comes along and mint price drops below 0.88, which is very highly likely with the market conditions right now, I'm not going to mint at all, right? So that's very unfortunate because I think, again, it has awesome potential. They should have looked a little bit at the market condition and they should have just understand that this price makes no sense. Because there's key cards. Yeah, sorry, this is something we'll get into in a second, but the key cards, part of their ecosystem, their project as well, the floor is 12.5 Ethereum, which again is probably one of the reasons why they got such a high mint price, because they're like, oh, you know what? People will probably think that the potential lays around the floor of the key cards, so we can ask this high of a mint price, but you kind of can't, you shouldn't. So again, we'll see how that plays out, but if the floor price will be lower and I can't make money on it, I won't mint at all because I don't want to hold it, pay this much money. Plus gas fee close to 1 Ethereum, I wouldn't. Then you can obviously grind to get on a whitelist, and then there's another one which is the stacker round. You can mint up to 2 Metadimensions per whitelisted wallet. But there's also a public mint, and the public mint is 1 day later, so it's on the 18th, and then the public mint is going to be on the 19th. All right, so what's to it, right? I want to get started with the FUD a little bit so you understand consistently, what I'm talking about. So this guy is saying this, right? We received quite a lot of requests to look at Metadimension, which is minting later this week. The mint price alone, 0.88, is already a red flag, yeah. But there's many more. They're doing a giveaway of 888 Ethereum. All right, so I have the white light paper here. Is this the correct one? KEYS Metaverse light paper? No, I want the Metadimension white. Oh, that's probably this one. Here. No, this one. All right, doesn't matter. Here is the light paper. So this is something, right? One of the things that they're doing is, all right, cool. So you can earn passive income, which is something that they continuously talk about. You can customize your Ethereum. You can live in the metaverse. You can earn active and passive income, exclusive community, which is there, the priority access to different things, airdrop, land plot. There's a lot of things to it, which makes sense. They definitely promote a lot, but they could deliver all of these, right? Then there's why is it so expensive? There's quality, utility, longevity, foundation. It's more than just an NFT. All right, perfect. NFT distribution, there's nothing really wrong with this. We'll get into all of this into a second. And then you have this 888 Ethereum giveaway, which is one of the things that they promise on doing, allocation of the funds. If they mint out all of them, how many are there? I should know that, shouldn't I? Well, we'll get to that in a second. How many will there be? That's a good question to ask, by the way, because then we would know what money would be raised if they completely sell out, right? Why don't I know this? Oh, 8,800, no, we could have known that. 8,800, so they're raising like around 8,000 Ethereum, right? They're raising 8,000 Ethereum, which is insane. So when that happens, if that happens, they will be doing a giveaway of 888 Ethereum. People will be able to win 888 Ethereum. But what they now have done is they're saying that they want to give people the chance to be transparent about whether they want to keep their privacy, yes or no. So this is what they say. In the interest of transparency, the winners can choose whether or not they wish to be reviewed publicly. Don't be surprised if the winners don't want to be revealed, obviously, because if they don't want to be revealed, they can do what? They can put it into their own pockets, right? And they can just pretend like people want to be transparent or people want their privacy, and they respect their privacy, so they just put 888 Ethereum into their own pocket, and nobody will ever know, which is dumb. So I think most people would understand this, and I think most people wouldn't really care. The first number selected will win 800 Ethereum. The additional 11 numbers selected will. Alright, so it does make sense if one person wins 800 Ethereums, right? 18 days after the Metadimension collect sells out, key teams will be used random numbers to select 12 numbers between 0. Yeah, represent. Yeah, okay, cool. So if you win 800 Ethereum, maybe it kind of makes sense. You want to stay private. You don't want to have your name out there because suddenly you have such an amount of money put into your pocket. Yeah, kind of makes sense. If you win 8 Ethereum, why the hell would you want to be, why the hell wouldn't you want to bring that out there? It doesn't really matter. Maybe considering we're in crypto, but then you just give out you give out your Ethereum wallet number, or you give out your Discord link, or your Twitter, your socials. You don't have to give people your real name. A lot of people aren't doxed in this space, which is fine. You don't have to give people your real name and your address and whatever, but at least your socials and whatnot, so that people know that it's legit, that it's real, right? They can look into it and vouch that it's actually legit. But if one person wins 800 Ethereum and they're like, yeah, no, this person wants to be private, well, you guess where that money goes to? Stays in a pocket. So very, very dumb. And even if this is real, even if this is legit, they should have thought about it. They're not dumb, they're not stupid, they created all of this already. They should have known that this is what people will be thinking about. And by saying that, by knowing that they should understand all of this, you already know that there's something wrong here, because they would be able to think, oh wait, hold up, this approach is not really smart, let's do it differently. They would be able to, they understand that concept. And you knowing that they understand that concept means that you know that there's something wrong here, if that makes sense to you. Then next, one of the co-founders who they claim is a blockchain expert does have a gap on his LinkedIn profile for about 5 years. We found how he was able to increase his knowledge about Web3, screenshots attached. So he was a personal trainer, and then out of nowhere he just became the CCO and the co-founder of KEYS token, and he was suddenly a blockchain expert and whatever, while he was a personal trainer at the start. Right, that's weird. Yes, that is weird. Another guy is probably still in college, claims to be the founder of a digital marketing agency, but when looking at the company page, his name is not listed, but a woman with the same surname is mentioned as the co-founder, maybe his mother. That is all, again, weird as well. Then there's a Twitter space with Nima Gassemi, the main co-founder, who claims that he will use 50% of the budget for marketing, but at the same time, he also claims that he has a very successful marketing company generated $3 million a year, which is again something that you find back in allocation of the funds, marketing. They're like putting so much stuff to marketing, while one of these guys has supposed to have a massive marketing company doing $3 million a year. Well, if you have a company like that already, why would you? Okay, well that's not important. Why would you have to put so much money into marketing? Right, because 50% of the budget means 4,000. If they sell out 4,000 Ethereum going to marketing, again, doesn't make sense at all. Then we can't really think of anything about this company, which claims to be the #1 Instagram growth agency, and the only reasonable long and neutral review is pretty negative, so kind of doesn't make sense, means it's not real. Then they work 20 hours a day, which is something that they stated at like a sort of conference where they had to answer questions, created something only Google. Yeah, they just come up with a whole lot of things that don't make sense, right? Over deliver. And then this is kind of fun, kind of funny, kind of sad, kind of fair, kind of unfair, right? So here's a little something from their close friend's story. So one of their guys posted this on their story. Honestly, I would post something like this on my story too, right? My homie knows them, mega fuck boys, all in Vancouver. Used to be shitty club promoters. So I live in the Netherlands now. I'm going back to Australia. Over there, we also have a marketing company. I run a marketing business there, sales business. We have a massive team. There's a lot of money that's made in areas like that. And yeah, it is a bit of the scene where when you're still young and you hang out with young people, you would post pictures like this, right? It does happen. you just go out clubbing, or you go out with, usually you go out with the team and you go out with business people and you have like networking conversations, and it's actually useful, and you have a drink and whatever, and instead of being in the office you're just in a fun environment, or you have conferences, or you have galas, there's a lot of events going on and whatever, right? So stuff like this that happens, but it does kind of look a little bit of unprofessional, kind of looks a little bit like, yeah, the fuckboy theme, kind of looks a little bit like you're just hanging out and just not being professional, right? So on one hand, it's sad that we're stereotyping people this much. On one hand, it's kind of fair, because you should think a little bit further ahead. You're now working with hundreds of millions of dollars into a massive business. Then think about how you're promoting yourself a little bit. But you can't really judge of people by the look of them. I have one of these guys open here on Instagram. They're really young, right? It's just a young bloke, and he's doing really well for himself. He's got a nice girl too, but they're doing really well for himself. And these type of pictures, he's got a good following on Instagram. Yeah, it does make sense that people are hating towards it a little bit, because he's just one of those young guys that's like pretending to make a whole lot of money, living like the boss lifestyle and whatever. But at the same time, he's just doing his marketing bit, promoting himself, creating a brand out of himself, which he's doing a good job at, right? You can't blame somebody for what people are interested in and what people need, right? Don't hate the player, hate the game. This guy is just doing what people want these days, so that he gets a good following, promotes his own brand. Yeah, if you're against that, makes sense, kinda, I guess. But at the same time, it might be a bit unfair. All right, that was a little bit too long on this part, but Nima also claims that he could raise the money, 20 million, in an evening if he wanted to, but he really wants to create a community project, and that's the reason for him, as people mint for 0.88 Ethereum. That is just bullshit, right? That's just a cash grab. All right, well, let's not get into too much more depth on all of this. What's positive about it is that they have thought things through quite a lot. That they have got a very well thought through project, that it looks awesome, right? We've already looked at this before, but the overall vibe on it, it looks very, 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 very detailed. And yeah, if they do deliver all the things that they say, then you can expect a massive project, right? So what's going to be in it? This is going to be the metaverse art, which is what it's going to look like, rarity and variance. There's going to be 30 unique bases, 100 plus unique generative attributes, and 38 million possible unique combinations. Mint process, so on the 18th you have the whitelist, on the 19th you have the public, and then public art review will be on the 29th. Member goes first, then goes Will, and then goes Stacker. So this is going to be very, very interesting, because we're going to have to see how many people from Member will actually mint 18. I don't think they will. I don't think that that's going to happen. Same thing happens here. I don't think people will actually mint 8 of them. So very curious to see again how that will play out. And then we're going to have to see what the floor price does. Why? Is because if these people aren't minting 18 or close to them, and the floor price isn't high, then these aren't going to mint, then these aren't going to mint, and then nobody will mint public, and then it just dies out, and then suddenly everything changes, right? So that's why, again, I think they're a bit too greedy. If they would have done a 0.3, 0.4 mint price, it would have been high already, but you would be able to justify it if you get a good pitch and you come up with a bunch of things that like makes it seem why you're asking for a high mint price. Fine, sure, okay, but close to 1 Ethereum is just over the top. Digital real estate has the potential to outperform physical real estate, which is what they claim, one of their claims. I do think that is kind of true. I think that one of the guys that was on his Insta, he said that one of the reasons behind it is it's scalable, right? It's very, very, very scalable. There's going to be able to be millions and billions of people come to conferences, come to sightseeing, come to events and whatever, because it's all digital, right? So there's a bigger market for it, which makes sense, I guess, and creativity, because you can do anything that you want to within the digital space that you kind of can't do in the physical world, right? But what will be to it? Well, how are you going to make money? That's all stuff I still have questions to, stuff that's still not really clear for me. When they say here, Metadimensions, welcome to Metadimension's exclusive community, 8,888 luxury digital residences built on the Ethereum blockchain inside the KEYS Metaverse. So it's going to be about the KEYS Metaverse. Keys are going to play a very important role in the whole ecosystem for purchases, for a million things. One of a kind collection will serve as the core residence in the KEYS Metaverse, real estate centric universe focused specifically on real estate activities, play to earn, businesses, special events as meta. So they're gonna make a game. They're gonna do a whole lot of things for people to make passive income. There's so much to it that it's kind of unclear, if that makes sense. Because I don't have a clear pitch for you ready as to what it involves, because it's a metaverse. They're creating their metaverse. It's going to be real estate, it's going to be a game, it's going to be passive income and whatever, but detailed exactly how, what, when, where is not clear yet, and I don't think that it is actually clear yet. Metadimension is not limited to our metaverse residents. It will improve your real life experience by providing you benefits and rewards to make your time on Earth better as well. These benefits include connections to the world's top real life real estate professionals, celebrities and athletes in Metadimension's community, artists, businesses that want to partner with you to display their goods and services in your Metadimension and access to real life special events. That makes sense. That is true. That I can understand that concept, right? But aside from that, yeah, that's kind of all we have. The website looks awesome. More than just an NFT, living in the metaverse of your dreams while enjoying real life benefits through unique revenue streams and a powerful global community. So you must hold at least 100 keys to be able to mint. This is for public as well. You need to hold at least 100 keys to mint, which costs you literally nothing. Well, it does cost you gas fee, by the way. I had to buy these 100 as well. I think I paid, what was it, like $13, I guess, $14 on, well, it's still not a whole lot, but it's a waste. But you do need to make sure that if you want to mint that you have those ready, I believe. Then this is an example of what it's going to look like. You have mountain, and then you have level 1, level 2, level 3, which is cool. That's just the background that's changing, right? This is just the same picture. It's like made the same way. Then you have crystal, which looks dope. Then you have island, and then there's ice, I think, but ice is not, can't see it yet. And then that's all I have. Become a legend in the KEYS Metaverse. So the KEYS is another concept from them, or another, that's their main business that they run. There's a lot of different things to it again, but again, a lot of promises. They haven't actually done anything yet, but it's all related to the same style and same things that they say they will do within Metadimensions. I'm very curious to see about this 888 Ethereum win. So to break it down a little bit, I think that this is very sketch, very dodgy, very weird, because they should just announce whoever won it. If they don't announce who won it, like if they say, no, this person wants to be private, I'd get out straight away, never look back, because that's just weird. So they should have thought about that, because along with me, a whole lot of other people will think the same, so it's very unhealthy for them. So that's something that they should consider, think about. Then the mint price itself a little bit too much, and then they do really need to start delivering rather than just promising, actually delivering something straight away from the start already, because people aren't going to wait 15 years for everything to work out already. They'll lose interest and they will get out. So there's going to be mentions, there's luxury assets, there's going to be a lifestyle, and then the blueprint. Metadimension's blueprint is designed around merging your NFT experience with both physical and digital world. So the token launch, this has been already. KEYS token successfully launches, onboard world-class development team, initiate global marketing efforts. Keycard V1 NFT sells out in 32 seconds. That is a good achievement, and that floor price is now sitting at 12 Ethereum. Metadimension's launch, onboard Unreal Engine 5, meta developers partner with. Look, they do a lot of things very, very well, right? So they've announced this. Again, they need to just make it. If they actually have somebody that wants 800 Ethereum and they announce it and it's open and whatever, this can be massive. This project can blow up. Floor price can go towards 5, 10 Ethereum plus. We see with NFT World, we see with a lot of projects in this space, there's a lot of demand to it, right? But they need to just not fuck up, really. Then this is the team. This is the guy that we just looked at before. His Twitter is not really anything. That's not very active. He's mainly on Instagram, which I just showed you before. Then you have the CTO and co-founder. Same thing, not that much is known yet. And then where's the guy? I think there was one of the guys who they talked about was, or maybe that was the owner. No, that was this guy. This person was a personal trainer before, and here it doesn't even have so there's no here. You click on it and it goes to Instagram, and there's nothing here, but it says there's these small little details that I think are so stupid, so dumb. These little things, if you're such a project like this, you just need to fix that. You just need to make that, like, fix that, right? It's just dumb to have these small little mistakes in there. But all right, cool. We're just rattling on here for no reason. This is all I have. I was kind of trying to figure out if there was going to be more here that I could tell you, but there's not really a whole lot more to it. So to break it down, couple of positives, couple of negatives, couple of red flags, definitely to pay attention. I will only mint if the floor price will be above the 1 Ethereum and there's a lot of volume going on. So I'll be minting on the 18th. If this is going to be sitting above the 1 Ethereum, I'll definitely mint multiple. I'll just hold 1 or 2 just for fun, but I won't be paying any money. So if mint price is below, then I won't mint. If I can't sell like 5 of them for enough to keep 1 for free, I won't do it either. So I don't want to be in here risky with wasting too much money, unfortunately, because there's a little bit too many red flags. If it turns out to work out well and it works out fine, then I'll definitely flip it. I'll make money on it and I'll keep 1 or 2, see where it goes. That's all I have for you guys. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think of Metadimensions. Are you minting it, yes or no? And what do you think of these red flags? Aside from that, if you could just please hit the subscribe button, bell notifications so you get updated on the next videos, I would appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.